Hi guys, welcome back to Fruit of Grisaia. Yes, it's been a bit of time. And yes, as people requested, I did set this up to be the uncensored version of this. I can confirm it is, because one, I have none of my previous saves. Those are all just gone, apparently. And two, well, I might have seen, you know that scene early on that has Amane's doo-doo-doo-doo-doots? Yeah, I saw that. And yeah, I think that's the only thing, because I had to go through everything. Like I said, I didn't have anything, so I had to skip all the way up here in order to get back to this decision. So, it has been a goddamn while. So, let me recap what I remember, because it has been a goddamn while since I've done anything with Amane. I remember being very suspicious of her back in the Gammon route. I still feel as though, I believe I don't remember the evidence for it, but I had a general feeling that she had something like, she was like a agent in the same way Yuuji was, I believe. So, Juicy Yuuji, speaking of Juicy Yuuji, I actually just going through it, I ended up stopping on the choice where you pick your nickname. I picked Juicy Yuuji, and I just went through that scene again. And I think I discovered something horrible about doing these Let's Plays. I don't think I can go through games like this, at least ones that I've done before, voicing the main character and getting more immersed in the main character's role, and not go through it and like speak out the lines myself. Because I'm just going through it and I had this impulse every time. It's like to just voice the line. It's like, okay, yeah, yeah. Just like saying whatever it was. Juicy Yuuji, Micha, this is Acha here. I sort of remember that happening with Muv-Love too, off camera. Oh, I think I might have a problem. Okay. Oh, mind you, I'm gonna censor anything, and if there are actual legitimate sex scenes, I'm probably going to awkwardly go through them much quicker than I would everything else. So, just a heads up, because I'm not a fan of that sort of content. And I don't really plan to start being a fan of that sort of content. This calls for shock and awe. This is when she was trying to, yeah, like act like very intimate after a long day at work for Yuuji. This calls for shock and awe. Steal a kiss with overbearing force. That's right. Unless someone scares her straight, this girl's attitude towards men is going to come back to bite her badly one of these days. Oh, I need to move this around. Oh, it's been a while since I recorded this, and it should be nice-ish, better resolution with my more recent setup, so I have responsibility to educate Amane in the dangers of messing with men. I'll harden my heart and teach her a lesson she won't soon forget. By sexually harassing her. I seize the cocky girl's chin, firmly jerking upward, and plunge my mouth against her glossy lips with all the sudden violence of a dive bomber assault. Evidently surprised by my sudden attack, Amane's shoulder switches, I draw her close. And yes, okay, so, and to know, if you don't remember, the reason that people wanted me to do the uncensored version is because, unlike Muv-Love had especially, and some others, I think Fate Stay Night has had since I've started that, which has its own thing. There's not like a version where it mainly just takes out the sexual content because it's usually not that immensely necessary. In general, though, it takes out a lot more than that, because basically you just have the all ages version where apparently they cut down way more than necessary, and a completely uncensored adding way too much in than necessary. So there's just two extremes that are like the worst of both worlds. And apparently Amane's route relies on the stuff that was taken out a lot more, so this is the one that people convinced me I should do it for. And yeah. Evidently surprised by my sudden attack, Amani's shoulders twitch as I draw her close. The fool probably didn't even think I had it in me. That's what you get for underestimating the male gender. I temporarily release her lips, drawing back just far enough to speak a few more words. Open your mouth, Amane. Utterly bewildered, Amane's mouth opened slightly to voice her confusion. I instantly push my lips back against hers. I think this is... You're going a bit far, Yuuji. As I shove my tongue into her mouth, pushing her lips further apart by force, Amane grabs the shoulders of my work uniform and tries to pull me off. With no success, of course. Okay, yeah, you should stop now, Yuuji. Much the opposite, I lean into Amane from above, pushing my body weight down on her to contain her resistance and invade the interior of her mouth with my tongue. Yeah, this is... Okay, this is okay. Her will to resist is apparently broken by force of my violent raid. Amane's grip on my clothes grows gradually weaker, finally slipping off powerlessly. As if to signal her unconditional surrender, weak high-pitched parent leaks out of the corner of her mouth. I guess I'll let her off the hook. I let the arm I wrapped around Amane's waist to prevent her to retreat, go slack, then give her 2 light thumps on the back to communicate that I'm letting her go. Amane's upper body had been forcefully bent backwards by my weight. It takes a moment for her to regain her balance and pull herself straight. Finally released from my arms, Amane staggers back, half a step, blinking her eyes in astonishment.
素直にキスしてくれたのもびっくりなら、唇にされるとは思ってなかったから2度びっくり。
Didn't think I had it in me, did you? Should have let your guard down then. Unfortunately for you, I'm prone to taking jokes seriously.
私、キスしたの初めてだったんだよ。
Huh. What a coincidence. Mine too. Is that true? I always got sort of the impression that Yuuji was... active. For better or for worse.
嘘つき。
Ah, damn. What gave me away?
なんか、ユージのキス、慣れてる感じがした。
I see. I'll have to take it a little easier next time.
それは、この次もあるってこと？
Apparently. Just said that for the hell of it.
なんだ、遊びでキスされちゃったんだ、私。
I'm extremely surprised to hear you frame the matter in such a negative way. I bestowed you with a valuable lesson in the danger of teasing men. My motives were unimpeachable. No, that sort of thing would probably have gotten you impeached.
でも、彼氏にはなってくれないんでしょ？キスしたくせに。
Well, let's not rush into any parliamentary procedures here. I wouldn't have pulled a stunt like that unless I was prepared to accept something in the way of consequences.
それなりの覚悟って？
Jail time. Listen carefully, Amane. I can't be your boyfriend, but I'm willing to accept you as my girlfriend. What?
それってどういうこと？
I don't know. Like, a mistress? You fell in love with me on your own initiative, and I'll accept that, but I'm not capable of making a commitment to you. I can't promise I'll be able to take care of you for the rest of your life.
ごめん、私バカだからよくわかんない。つまり、私が彼女になるのは認めるけど、あんたは私の彼氏にはなれないってこと？
Yeah, that's an incredibly stupid concept. That's right. Okay.
つまり結局は、私はユージの彼女になってもいいんだよね。
Well, this has gone in a really weird direction right off the bat. Yeah, under certain conditions.
どんな？
Even if I disappear suddenly or drop dead out of nowhere, I don't want you to cry over me, ever. That's the main thing.
それだけ？
That does seem like a significant thing to ask. Also, let's see. If I do disappear, I want you to do your absolute best to forget about me within a year or so.
うん。
I know they're pretty selfish requests, but if you can't accept those conditions, I can't do anything for you. We can pretend this never happened and say it's classmates.
その条件を飲めば、私はユージの彼女？
Yep, that's right.
じゃあ、その条件、飲むよ。
You accepted those really easily. Those were like really weird and unreasonable things to accept. Especially without even like batting an eye. Did you think this was over? There's no reason you have to answer right away.
いいよ。今決めちゃった方が気が楽だし、ごちゃごちゃ悩むの嫌いだから。
I see.
じゃあさ、私からも条件出してもいいかな。
Like what?
ユージは私のこと好き？それだけでいいから今この場で聞かせて。
I'm gonna say probably not. Because I don't think Yuuji at this point is like experienced true proper romantic love yet.
正直に言ってもいいんだよ。
Let's see. To be honest, I think I've liked you for quite a while now, but I'm not exactly experienced with this sort of a emotion. I don't understand how exactly to describe my feelings for you, but yeah, I think she does deserve a clear answer here. I do love you, Amane.
そうなんだ。じゃあ安心だね。よかった。それが聞けて。
Is he just lying? I don't remember there being anything to suggest that he actually had that sort of feelings for her, like, before this happens. Well. I know there's the choice of which route you go, and it's like, that's the one that he, like, develops feelings for, but I never really got the feeling he developed feelings already for, at least Amane. No, I think pretty much anyone's going to love having a convenient, devoted woman dropped in their lap. Do you love her or do you love the situation?
私の粘りがちってやつだね。ちなみに、どんぐらい好きかって聞いてもいい？
What? How am I supposed to measure then?
大体でいいんだよ。例えば、宇宙一好きとか。
Oh my goodness. I can't say. Haven't had the chance to explore the universe yet.
そういう話じゃなくて、あくまでも例えばの話。
Alright then. Hypothetically, if your life or property came into danger, I'd protect you even if it meant throwing everything else away. To tell the truth, that's probably just about the only thing I can do for you. The responsibility to protect. That, at least, is a concept I'm familiar with. It's a bit of a catchphrase in my line of work.
じゃあさ、これでもう、私はユージの彼女？
Apparently. Yes, you are.
そっか。
I gave her a firm, decisive answer, but Amane's reaction seems fairly subdued. No spontaneous outbursts of joy, at the very least. Well, I guess a romantic relationship with this many strings attached is pretty unusual. Not really surprising that she might have mixed feelings about it.
ごめん。ちょっと座ってもいい？
Why? Before she can answer my question, Amane sinks unsteadily to the floor, landing in a sitting position with a light thump. You okay? What's wrong, Amane?
ごめん。なんか急に力が抜けちゃって、膝がガクガクしてるの。
You feeling alright then?
なんだろう。急にキスされたのにも驚いたし、ユージの彼女になれたってのも嬉しくて。でも、 なんか実感があまり湧かなくて。
Yeah, it all seems very... A lot of it seems surprisingly out of left field from just what I remember of the previous stuff in the common route and stuff. I'm... okay.
さっきからなんか足元がふわふわしてるなって思ってたんだけど、ダメだ、腰が抜けたっぽい。立てないよ。
You're hopeless. She puts up a consistently strong front, but when push comes to shove, it seems Amane's a pretty timid woman. Already thrown off balance by her first kiss, the impact of becoming my girlfriend seems to have been sufficient to rob her of her motor control. If you can't stand on your own now, I'll give you a hand. What's that bizarre sound you're emitting? Are you laughing?
笑ってる。そっか、私ユージの彼女だ。
What? Now the idea scares you. A little late for that.
そうじゃないけど、宝くじで一等賞が当たったみたいな感じ。なんかまだ信じられない。ねえ、本当に彼女でいいんだよね。
Well, to be fair, you were like the fourth one I went through. Yeah, I meant what I said. Calm down. Calm down. Enunciating.
あんたね、彼女に向かって気持ち悪いとか言わないの？
Oh, I tell my girlfriend that. Should have asked my last one. Just stand up already, will you? Here, give me your hand.
立ち上がらせてどうする気？今なら私、力が抜けてるから何も抵抗できないよ。
I really wish I had like a face. No, I don't like face cam, but I like there's so many times throughout the scene so far that I feel like I could just look at the screen being like, just like that, like knowing look like, oh great. It's like, yeah, you're being real subtle. Well, what's your point?
だから襲うなら今だよってこと。ぶっちゃけて言うと、今なら抱いても OK だよってサインを送ってるのよ。
I don't wanna. The hell? Amani's trying to put up a strong front with the usual slut act, but it's decidedly unconvincing when her hand's trembling in mine, like a chihuahua with anxiety issues. What's with the immediate leap into the deep end? Please don't tell me. I'll just let him pound away at my pussy until he's addicted to me. Was the only thing you could come up with for the next step.
きっとすっごく気持ちいいぞ。どうする？しちゃう
？This is so weird, says the girl who's shaking like a leaf in the breeze. Don't get carried away, idiots. With my free hand, I deliver a sharp karate chop to the top of Amani's head.
ちょっと。
See? Want me to pound one end up on the freaking other end. Look, I'm not gonna vanish like smoke tomorrow. Probably not the day after that either. But the day after that, just don't rush things.
なんか不安なのよね。あんたの場合、本当にふっと私の前からいなくなりそうでさ。
You're worrying too much. Just get some sleep for the moment, alright? I'll take you to your room.
おんぶしてくれる？
Yeah, I think I can handle that. I lift Amani's completely limp body onto my back, carry her up the stairs, and escort her back to her room. This would be the second time I've toted Amani around like this, but her body feels lighter than before. Probably because I'm more ready to carry her, and she's more comfortable with being carried by me, because the distance we kept between us had shrunk. She's got a big body, but she's definitely a burden I can bear. And so, as of today, Amani became my girlfriend. When it comes to women, the ideal is small, soft, cute, and smart enough to pretend they're stupid. I admittedly like the small, soft, cute part. But pretending they're stupid, nah. Smart though. I mean, yeah. But by some cruel twist of fate, the woman in my life had universally been the large, brash, and hard-headed side of things, less cute and more brune. At one point, back when I was really and truly surrounded by those creatures, I was half convinced my entire life had been cursed by some misdeed against an oversized woman in a previous incarnation. More than anything else, big women are just hard to deal with. They're gluttonous, coarse, obstinate, and selfish. They pick fights and smoke cigarettes. On top of it all, they're crybabies, jealous, wear too much makeup, and blame the nearest man for anything and everything. Okay, I think you're really talking about JB here. Given all these charming characteristics, you could hardly blame a guy for wanting to pull an abrupt about-face whenever a big woman comes into view. Interesting thought. Of late, however, my doctrine on oversized females has experienced something of a softening. I'm beginning to think they aren't all bad in their way. As you have met, like, one other one that isn't JB, or presumably your mentor, right? I met one in particular who's an excellent cook, highly attentive to the needs of others, doesn't get angry when I speak to other women, and accepts every request I make eagerly. Honestly, she's way too convenient. The whole thing gives me an unpleasant feeling in the pit of my stomach at times, but then again, that's just the sort of person I am. The sweeter the deal, the more uneasy I become. As a result, recently I've been racking my brains over one question in particular. Why did a high-quality woman like that become the girlfriend of a worthless man like me?
Yuuji, okaeri.
I still feel there's an ulterior motive. Calm down, calm down. Moborlin sounds like an abbreviation for mobile Orelacon? I don't know what that is. Did someone develop a portable 20mm autocannon deployable by infantry? Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Ah, Makina! あんたまたつまみ食いしたね。朝ごはんはユージが戻ってからって言ったでしょ。
劇本来。減るもんじゃあるまいし。
I don't think. Okay. Hey, Amana, you're a fairy now. Yay.
減るわボケ。ま今後も誰に似たんか意地の汚い。
私はそういう風にしか生きられない女なのよ。
開き直らないの？
Not that I really mind, but why are people in my room first thing in the morning?
だってほら、私ユージの彼女になったわけだし、朝ごはんぐらい作ってあげた方がいいのかなって。
That's not really.
言っておくけど、全然面倒じゃないよ。マキナのご飯作るついでみたいなもんだし。
I see.
ほらほら、走ってきて汗かいたでしょ。さっさとシャワー浴びてきなよ。浴び終わる頃には朝食の用意できてるから。
Yeah, all right. Calm down, Makina.
何よ、変な笑い方して。
こいつはあれですかい？早速彼女気取りですかい？見ているこっちが恥ずかしくなるのよ。
Shit, I don't remember what settings I had on this previously, but
音量の設定しちゃう？
Makina sounds so freaking loud at the moment.
別に今までだってこれぐらいのことはしてたし、変じゃないわよ。
It's a little weird to be taking such initiative, unless you intentionally want to do something different than the norm.
その割には必死なのよ。お兄ちゃんがなんか言おうとしてたのに邪魔してさ。
Ah, that's fair. I didn't really notice that.
それはだ だってほらユージだよ。なんかあいつ私が好きでやってることでも面倒ならやらんでいいとか言い出しそうだし。
Okay, I'm still
音量の設定しちゃう？
messing with the sound mixing at the moment. It is weird. It seems to lose the person's name if I go into the settings like that. At the very least.
まあな、お兄ちゃんってば変に禁欲的というか甘やかされるのに慣れてない感じするのよね。
でしょ。だからせっかく彼女になったんだしなんかしてあげたいのにノーサンキューだとか言われちゃったらがっくりくるでしょ。
I mean, I don't think I'd say no to being given food.
その辺は大丈夫なんじゃね。お兄ちゃん禁欲的なくせに女を扱うの無駄にうまいし、あまねは親切の押し売りでしか愛情表現ができない重たい女だって気づけばきっとうまく対応してくれると思うのよ。
Wow, you're nice.
うん。
どうした？
あのさ、私って重い？
体重的な意味で？
そうじゃなくて。
まあそうな。私はほらダメな子だからあまねがいないと生きていけないけど、お兄ちゃんはどっちかっつうと一人で生きていけるタイプじゃない？
Are you saying you only put up with her heaviness because you have to?
だからやりすぎればうぜって思うんじゃないかな。
そっか、気をつけないと。
Wow, you took that into stride.
まあそうしょんぼりすんなよ。こないだ読んだ本にこんなこと書いてあったのよ。休みのたびに会おうとするな。メールの返事が遅いぐらいで切れるな。怒ってる時は黙ってないで怒ってる理由を話し合え。
That just seems like common fucking sense.
そしてこれが一番大事。彼氏の携帯を勝手に見るな。
Do I even have it? I do. And it's definitely not something that someone should be looking in. Not that they'd be able to tell anything from it.
いろいろあるな。っていうか、あんたそういうのどこで覚えてくるわけ？
何言ってんのよさ。これ全部あまねが買ってきた本に書いてあったのよ。肉食系女子必見のティーンズファッション誌タイガーガール8月号の144ページ。
Ah, right, you do have that very visual memory.
脱ヘビーガール彼氏に重いって言われたらってとこしゅ覚えてない？
そういえばそんな記事もあったような。
ああ平気平気。だって私重くないしとか言って適当に流し読みしたのね。
I don't know, maybe it's just been a fucking while and a fucking minute and a half since I've been going through Grisaia, but man, wow, they really buy into the same concept Yuuji does.
フグじゃねえのよ。でもまあシャワー浴びに行ったお兄ちゃんを追っかけてって背中流してあげるとか言い出さなかっただけ。まだ救いようはあるのよさ。
危なかった。私それ言おうか迷ってた。言わなくてよかった。
Oh, did you? Okay.
パイオツこすりつけて背中洗う気だったのね。もうどんだけビッチなのよさ。
いや、さすがにそこまでは。
Wait, are you now considering it?
いいですか？ビッチも度が過ぎればただの変態なのよ。分かったら
Yeah. It really does feel like it's been just a minute and a freaking half since I played Grisaia. And maybe it's just it's probably more just because Magina like is weirdly like a weird old man in her personality. If I remember correctly, and Amane tends to buy into all that a bit heavily. But it's surprising how much they're just like basically agreeing with Yuji's like sort of less than subtle sexism.
はい。
Without even being prompted to by Yuji.
というわけで私はちょっとやぼよを思い出したのでこれで
ちょっと野暮用ってどこ行くのよ。
Wait, what's happening?
なんで服を脱ぐ？
お兄ちゃん私が背中流してあげる
God damn it, no, no, Machina, don't!
こら
Oh my fucking goodness. See, this is the problem. These two, I should never invited either of them into my life. There are some people out there who find joy in serving others, making them happy and being necessary to them. I consider them masochists. There is no guarantee that such devotion will ever be rewarded. In fact, I think it's safe to say the opposite is more often true. Case in point, no matter how many people we might kill in the national interest, no one's going to gratefully reward pieces of trash like us for our service. That's really only natural. Maintaining such fruitless devotion for its own sake doesn't make any sense. There's gotta be some other motive underneath it all, or so I instinctively suspect. No matter how much I want to believe, So Amane's actions are motivated purely by her emotions, the small, nauseating sense of unease just won't disappear. Well, I agree somewhat, but not because she enjoys, like, being nice and helping others. I'm more suspectful of the fact that she just takes everything in stride and has been so sort of hell-bent on, if I remember correctly, as it has, again, been a fucking minute and a half since I have done this, that she is so hell-bent on pushing the relationship aspect, I suppose. But of course, I'm a twisted person with all the capacity for trust of a mangy stray dog. Accepting the kindness of others never comes easy to me.
さて、朝ごはんもバリバリ食べたし、今日も頑張ってもりもり勉強するのよ。
ねえ、それってバリバリとモリモリ、擬音が逆じゃないかな。
Well, her incomprehensible enthusiasm gets across, if nothing else.
お兄ちゃん、なんか疲れてる？
Oh, I wonder why.
そりゃ朝っぱらからあれだけバタバタされたら疲れるでしょうよ。
ごめんね、お兄ちゃん。あまねえがバタバタして。
いや、私じゃなくてあんただからね。不思議そうな顔をして私を見ない。っていうかあんた、私が止めなかったら本気でユージの背中流すつもりだったの？
そりゃあもう朝からこってりと濃厚に背中を流してやろうかと愚行いたしますれば。
どうしよう。こんなに堂々と開き直る子を相手にどうやって怒ればいいんだろう。
あのね、お兄ちゃん、今日は残念だったけど、今度また二人きりの時にね。
The Machina in this route already feels more romantic than the Machina in the Machina route. I don't like this. Don't get me involved in this troublesome nonsense.
コンドームは私が用意するからちっとも面倒じゃないのよ。
おーい、彼女の前だぞ。冗談でもそういうこと言っちゃダメなんだぞ。
Oh, she sure can. And not to worry, I'm not about to get excited by the likes of Machina.
もう、それはやっぱりあれ？おっぱいのさ。
That's right. If you want to become my woman, get yourself a serious rag.
この男、ずいぶんと無茶を言うのよ。
This is the only way of life I know. Deal with it.
それを言われると何も言えないのよさ。
Give up on becoming my woman and try to be sportsmanlike about it, will you? In exchange, I'll be your big brother as long as you want.
ずっと
Well, as long as I manage to stay alive, I guess.
そっか。そんじゃそれでいいや。約束なのよ。
Hold on a second. I feel like I might have rushed into this. Let me think it over.
ヘリだ。アパッチかロングボウなのか AH64D なのか。
Okay, wait, what? Hey, Machina.
逃げられちゃったね。
It was just like flying over. What a hopeless girl. That's clearly a civilian helicopter. How do you mistake an EC-155B for an AH-64D?
それよりもいいの？あんな約束しちゃって。
Well, I suppose. Try not to begrudge Machina the little sister role. I think she's always going to have a hard time functioning unless there's someone looking out for her.
まあね。
Well, let's hurry to the classroom ourselves.
あ、ユージ、待って。
ん？
ほら、ネクタイ曲がってる。
Really?
ほら、こっち向きなさい。直してあげる。
Ah, right. Thank you.
普段パリッとしてるくせに、たまに隙があるのよね、あんたって。
Yeah, I get that a lot. JB once offered me a similar evaluation. You're insufficiently thorough. That sloppiness is why you always manage to bungle things in the endgame. But my master responded, that's the one and only part of this kid you could call cute. She actually encouraged me to make certain types of sloppy mistakes as a way to attract the tender exasperation of females. Not to say that I'm doing any of this on purpose, but in retrospect, it seems there might have been something to that suggestion. Even as she fixes my necktie with a few vaguely maternal complaints, the expression on Amani's face suggests that she's enjoying herself.
はい、治ったよ。
Right? Thanks.
ねえ、ユージ。
Why?
私って重いのかな？
In terms of body mass?
マキナと同じボケはしないでよ。
My humor's on the same level as Machina's? That's a bit of a shock.
っていうか、最近のマキナ、だんだんあんたに似てきたわよ。
So she's moving up in the world. Neato. Children change themselves in reaction to the adults around them. It's only natural.
忘れてるかもしれないから言っとくけど、マキナ、あんたと年あんまり変わんないわよ。
And you're older than me, right? I'm aware of that. I'm also aware that you're only 2 years older than me, despite the wise big sister act.
誰に聞いたの？
The principal.
そっか。
What? Did you want to keep it a secret?
そうじゃないけど。
Or were you more afraid of the reaction that you'd get? Then there's nothing to worry about. I don't care too much about age either way. Also, if I thought you were heavy, I'd tell you straight out. Find the way you are. Don't try to change yourself to fit me.
そうする。
Alright then. Let's head to class. Wanna hold hands on the way?
本当に？
You know, you could take initiative too, Amane. No, just screwing with you.
なんだ、チェー。
Damn. Don't fool me. Come on. Offer my left hand to Amane.
いいの？本当に？
Why do you feel as... Just until we get to the classroom.
嬉しい。
So easy to please. Am I getting soft? The thought did occur to me, but if you think of it as a compensation for Amani's reliable daily service, a little charity like this is entirely justifiable. Like a dog leaping towards the leash its master is carrying, Amani jumps to grab my hand, firmly intertwining her fingers with mine. As always, her palm is unusually cold to the touch, but compared to a hot, sweaty hand, this one isn't unpleasant to hold. Hmm. Hmm. This is a pretty old story that my master heard from her own master. It's about a man who, having finished a big job in Southeast Asia, bought himself a woman. The man in question had been celebrating the successful completion of his task with a long bout of celebratory drinking. Eventually, the liquor went to his head, and he loudly announced, "I'm going to buy a woman," to everyone in the bar. Then staggered out to the night city, jumped into a taxi, and asked the driver to keep going till you hit a place where I can buy a girl. The driver conducted him to a small house in a shoddy condition. The man was starting to have some second thoughts, but he allowed himself to be ushered inside. And after picking out a girl with long hair from the number of women lined up against the wall, he took her to a hotel and spent the night with her. The man felt like the fee they demanded might have been unreasonably high, but he was plastered at the time, and the money from his job was burning a hole in his pocket. He rationalized it as a worthy price for a night of sweet dreams. When the man woke up the next morning, the girl was gone. Ah, shit, did she take me for a ride? But when he checked the pockets of his jacket, in a panic, his wallet was still there, and nothing seemed to be missing from the inside. Sheesh, getting a little paranoid. Anyway, those sure were some pleasant dreams, but just as the man was wrapping the matter up, the girl he had slept with returned to the room, bearing breakfast on a tray. What, you haven't gone home yet? In response to the man's question, the girl tilted her head in puzzlement. I don't know the location of your home yet, husband. The oddly expensive price hadn't bought the man a single night of pleasure, it had bought him the girl.
つまりどういうことなのよさ?
Okay. How's that story relevant? The man paid his money with the intention of spending a single night with the girl, but he inadvertently purchased her entire life. So I'm just telling it's a machina?
南アジアの一部地域では日本の大卒初任給が国民の平均年収に匹敵すると言われていますし、ありえない話ではありませんが。
でもその話とアマネーの話にどんな関係が?
Well, it isn't quite over yet. The man went back to the little house in an attempt to return the girl to her family, but her father flatly refused to take her back, said the deal was already done. Sounds heartless, but in that region, dowry costs could be a huge burden if a family had many daughters. Selling them off to foreigners made a lot of sense economically. In the end, the man had no choice but to take the girl back to his own country. He was pretty shell-shocked, felt like he'd stumbled into a total catastrophe at first, but once he brought the girl to his hometown, his opinion changed dramatically. You see, she happened to be a hell of a hard worker. Maybe that's just how they raised them over there, but the fear that he'd decide she was useless and abandon her probably had a lot to do with it as well. Either way, she waited on the man hand and foot. And apparently, the girl had been strictly trained in housework from a young age. She took on all the cleaning, washing, and cooking, and handled them all quite skillfully. When the man took a bath, she'd wash his bag. When he went to work, she'd help him into his business suit, and then send him off by kneeling in the entranceway with her forehead pressed to the floor. The girl not only readily accepted all this as her role, but would actually start weeping if the man tried to keep her from performing her duties. At first, he was at something of a loss. But in time, the man decided to accept his dependent new lifestyle. His reasoning was simple. Apparently, being necessary to him, even in the smallest way, was very important to his wife. It certainly felt pompous to allow the girl to attend slavishly to his every need, but if that would reassure her that her place in the world was secure, he decided it was the right thing to do. And in the end, they stayed married for more than 40 years, and at the man's deathbed, the girl was by his side. So apparently her final words to him. I was terrified and miserable at first. The realization that I'd been bought by some strange foreigner brought me to tears many times. But even so, in the end, I'm glad. From the bottom of my heart, I'm glad he bought me. Okay. Understandable. Maybe you see what I'm getting at here, but for me, I think Sohmane might be something like that girl. So for now, I think I'm going to try letting Imane do what she wants, just like the man in the story.
それが今朝あまねさんと手をつないで教室へ入ってきたことに対する言い訳なのですね。
Yes, I'm just making an excuse. Come on. No need to put it so bluntly, is there? You're wrong.
つまり私と同じようにアマネーに寄生して生きていくってこと？
You're not wrong. Did you even listen to what I was saying?
だって長え話されてもわかんねえのよ。報告はもっと簡潔に。
And now she's talking like JB. Chicken brat.
マキちゃん、男の人の言い訳っていうのは長くて支離滅裂なものなんだよ。
And you're not that much better. Don't kick me in the guts with a knowing smile on your face. Anyway, I still find Amane's kindness pretty odd, but I guess I've decided to stop fighting it. I think that's the best way to repay her goodwill. As long as I can remember to be grateful, that's all I'm trying to say.
おお、そうか。
You just don't get it, do you?
私は理解しました。良い心がけかと思います。お話を聞いていて我が意を得たりと膝を打つ思いで涙が出そうです。
Yeah, I could imagine.
主人に必要とされることを至上の喜びとし、そして主人がそれを理解している。まさにメイド冥利につきます。きっと日々の努力が報われた思いに感動し、うかつに頭など撫でられようものなら、それはもうジョンジョロジョンジョロと失禁してしまうかもしれません。
Do you want to call this foreshadowing, or...
なんか散歩行くよって言っただけで嬉しくっておしっこ漏らしちゃう子犬とかたまにいるのよさ。
And the dog metaphors don't go away. Oh my. I don't think I like the sound of this.
大丈夫なのよさ。アマネーはよくしつけられた大型犬なのよ。おしっこ漏らさないし、無駄吠えもしないし、主人の帰りをじっと待ってるような感じ。
Yeah, forget how strongly the dog and cat metaphors were in this. Probably more dog than anything.
ああ、それなんだかわかるような気がする。井上さんちのラッキーがそんな感じだよね。
Lucky.
お兄ちゃんは見たことない？夕方にスーパーの省エに行くとたまにお店の入り口の横にいるのよ。でっかくて茶色いもさっとしたやつ。
Huh, so a local family's dog. Oh, I think I might know the one you're talking about. The Borzoi that's always gnawing at the chewed up plastic back scratcher.
ラッキーはとても頭がいいんですよ。ご主人様がお買い物をしている間はじっとおとなしく地面に伏せて、気だるそうに耳もだらーっとしていて、他の犬が
近所の子供がいたずらして耳とか尻尾を引っ張ってもうざがるだけで怒らないし、すっげー優しい子なのよ。
で、ご主人様が買い物を終えてお店から出てくる気配を感じると、すっくと体を起こしてピシッとお座りの姿勢で、
I feel like we're gonna like pan the camera slightly over and Amane's gonna be there like listening to the whole thing this whole time.
自分はずっとこの姿勢で待っていたでありますって顔をするんです。それがもう可愛くて。
I see. Now that you mention it, that does sound a bit like Amane.
私がなんだって？
Don't worry about it, Ancha. Oh, hey there, Amane. We're just noting your resemblance to a dog.
犬？私が？
アマネーって賞味期限が微妙な食べ物とかすぐふんふん言って匂いとか確かめるしね。
You're so blunt.
ああ、そういえばそんな仕草をよく見かけますね。
嘘、私そんなことする？
してるのよさ。こないだもお豆腐のお味噌汁の鍋に顔突っ込んでふんふんしてたのよ。
だってこの季節はほらお豆腐傷むの早いし、あんまり変なもの食べさせてお腹壊したら大変だしね。
あまねさんって八百屋さんでも魚屋さんでも とりあえず商品は匂いを嗅いで確かめますよね。
Huh.
だって少しでも新鮮な方がいいかと思って。
Can you seriously tell how fresh produce is by sniffing it?
いや、まあなんていうかつい癖で。ほら、私って実家の料理屋で買い出しをやってたから、それでシビアになったってのが原因かな。
I see.
サチいる。
Is she not like standing right in front of you?
ここに。
あ、いた。ねえサチ、私お腹空いちゃった。お昼にして。
はい、すぐにご用意いたします。
今日はお弁当用意したんでしょ。私の嫌いなピーマンとかセロリとか入れてないでしょうね。
Good news. There's only green peppers and celery in there.
はい、もちろん一切使用していません。どうせみちる様は味音痴だからわかんねえだろとか言って細かく刻んでたっぷり混ぜたりするような真似は断じてしておりませんよ。
ちょっと、それ本当でしょうね。
Maybe. Also, she's a little loud
音量の設定しちゃう？
comparatively too.
当たりきしゃりきのコンコンチキです。私がみちる様を騙すなんてありえません。もっと私を信用してください。
なんか最近のあんたって私に対する扱いが雑になったような気がするのよね。気のせい。
気のせい気のせい。ウッドエレメンタルですよ。
What? Like Wizard of Oz?
何それ。
ウッドエレメンタル？木のせい？
くだらね
Okay. Guys, I guess we can't go back to Fate's Day Night. It's lame. Oh, wait a second, Michiru. Have you been having Sachi make boxed lunches for you?
ー。何よ、文句あんの？っていうか、サチが自分から作るって言い出したのよ。
はい、みちる様が毎日仕出しのお弁当では飽きるとおっしゃっていましたので僭越ながら。
Huh.
なんだ、言ってくれれば私がみちるの分も作ったのに。
嫌よ。だってあんたのお弁当野菜ばっかりじゃない。私はお肉が食べたいの。I need meat.
Should have put mito in that.
なんで最後英語で言ったんですか？
It's not even really English.
どうでもいいでしょが。
Michiru, I really hope you're showing Sachi appropriate gratitude for this.
私はいつだって感謝と遠慮を忘れない謙虚な女よ。でもほら、私ツンデレだから表面的にはそれが見えないだけなのよ。
I see. Is that just how tsunderes are as a species?
どうこすとうぜえだけだけどな。そんでチルチルは確実にどうこしてるのよさ。
You're not wrong.
そんなことないわよ。ないでしょ。ないわよね。
何その微妙に自信を失いゆく三段変化。
流行らすか。
Okay, do me a favor and don't. I'm getting a headache already.
とにかくお昼にしましょう。
そうね。アホにかまけてるとお昼休みが終わっちゃうわ。サチ、食堂に行ってわかめスープ飲みながら食べるわよ。ついてらっしゃい。
はい、ただいまお供いたします。そんなわけですので私たちは学食へ参りますが、皆さんは？
私らは教室で食べるよ。
Oh no, you decided for me. How dare you? We can't be together anymore. I don't know.
何？
私は少しあまねさんが羨ましいです。そんな風に思ってしまうのはわがままでしょうか。
After all the discussion about Yuuji feeling like Amane has a very similar situation to what we know Sachi already has, I can imagine.
何？どういう意味？
At least.
ま をやらないタイプなのよ。
I suppose she might be getting the better end of the stick.
犬？また犬の話？
それでは失礼いたします。
何なの？
Don't worry about it. More importantly, I've gained a keen understanding of what gratitude means thanks to Michiru's negative example. Amane, thank you for everything you do.
どういたしまして？
よくわかってねえだろ。
Come on, Rocky and I do the same.
うん。
You don't need to get it. Even gratitude can be annoying if you shove it in someone's face. Much like any other form of charity, giving back to others is meaningless if you're motivated primarily by the desire to show off your own ability. When I see a politician on television proudly wearing brightly colored flags and ribbons on his lapel, my first and only thought is, look at that swagger and hypocrite. I guess you could say I'm cynical by nature, but I don't want to show my gratitude to Amane that way. Not through some self-satisfied display. I want to keep those feelings mostly to myself, the better to preserve them and keep them genuine. If the world calls this less effusive approach the mark of a tsundere, then I guess I'm a tsundere after all. We already know that, Yuuji! We know that so much! You are definitely a tsundere! We've known this for a while. I'll bear that mark of disgrace with pride. And I'll set an example by my way of life, one that will dispel the foul reputation of a few regrettable individuals that have brought upon that reputation to our misunderstood tribe. I wonder who you might be talking about.
風見くん、少しいいかし
I'm
ら。
sorry, I'm also a tsundere. Yeah, you're also a tsundere. We have so many tsunderes in this, don't we? My goodness. What? Do you have a fan club for tsunderes? Can I join?
今日搬入予定の図書室の本が届いたのだけれど、業者が間違えて寮の方へ届けてしまったのよ。
Weirdly, I didn't expect her to be, but she's also
音量の設定しちゃ
little
う？
itty bit on the loud side, isn't she? Little itty bit. Just messing with these settings as I go through. I have no idea what my settings were before. Oh, now you mention it. I did notice a truck over there this afternoon. Must have been the one.
それで申し訳ないのだけれど、届いた本を図書室まで運び込んでもらえないかしら。業者の人はもう帰ってしまったし、力仕事だから小峰さんには頼みにくくて。
Now, would it be too much for Komine-san? And a Miss Yumiko-san? Maybe, possibly. I don't know, but let's not consider that, right? Very well. I was looking forward to getting some new material in the library myself. I'll lend a hand.
そう、ありがとう。そう言ってもらえると助かるわ。
Just need me to lug them over here.
ええ、運んできてもらえれば、あとは私が棚に並べるわ。
Roger. Let's get started. It's pretty rare for Sakaki to ask someone for help like this. And, well, unexpected. Above all else, she's a proud woman. And I'm sure I rank among the very last people she'd ever want to ask for help. So when she swallows the pride and turns to me, I can't very well just shoot her down. On top of which, I honestly do want more books in the library. That said, I wasn't expecting quite this many. A mountain of sizable cardboard boxes are stacked up next to the dorm's front entrance. Assuming around 24 books per box and 16 boxes in all, I've got a good 384 volumes or so to carry over to the school. I don't remember what years this was. Like, I don't know about Japan's, like, because I know books have lost general popularity over the years, at least physical books, so so they are probably a bit cheaper nowadays to get, so I guess that's what I was thinking. Might have been a little too hasty in agreeing to that request. Well, nothing I can do about it now. I accepted the job, so I've got to carry it out. In a situation like this, it's better to get moving before you start thinking too much. If you stand around too long in front of a task like this, it's easy to get paralyzed by your self-pity. This will never get done unless I finish it. Just have to chip away at the mountain. In short, something like mowing the maneuvering grounds, in which case, there's only one conclusion. A mere 16 round trips. Don't make me laugh. I gotta trick myself. If you ask the thinking men and women of the world, they'd probably tell you mindless jobs are the most miserable of all. But I'm not one of those people. I don't think. By nature, I'm well suited to this sort of simple work.
ん？あれ、ユージ？また何してんの？こんなところで。
Sakaki asked me to help get some new books over to the library.
へえ、そうなんだ。この段ボールなんだろうって思ってたけど、本なんだ。手伝おうか？
Nah, that's alright. You're just heading out on some errand, right?
まあ、夕飯のお買い物に行こうかと思ってたんだけど。
Sounds more important. You should probably go do that. If you have time after shopping, then, and I'm not done yet, feel free to help them. Then that's your job at the moment. I'll take care of this.
そっか。じゃあ、今日の晩ご飯は、ユージの好きなものにしてあげる。何が食べたい？
Steak. 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 I just had steak yesterday, actually. It was pretty good. Anything's fine.
その意見が一番困るんですけど。
Really? I was trying to imply that anything you make is delicious.
もう、おだてても何も出ないわよ。
Well, alright. Then something a bit spicy, maybe.
辛いものって言うと、カレーとか麻婆豆腐？
I'll leave the details to you. Just feel like something with a bit of kick to it.
わかった。それじゃあ何か辛いものね。
Makina's gonna eat it too, so I guess keep the intensity reasonable.
了解。そんじゃあ7時ぐらいにはできてるから、私の部屋に来て。
Got it. When asked, what do you feel like having for dinner, a man who answers anything's fine is undeniably negligent. But is it just me, or is the woman who demands an answer to that question being a bit unreasonable in her own right? No. if someone's asking you what you'd prefer, then you give your preference. That seems perfectly reasonable. Your average young man doesn't exactly have a sophisticated palate. Just say, oh, I like this sort of stuff. I'm feeling like something a bit mild. It's like, I feel sort of like meat. I feel sort of like pizza or so, I don't know. You can give a preference. Saying spicy is plenty, yeah. You can tell the difference between salty, sweet, and spicy, but that's about it. In most cases, they'll find pretty much anything with a strong flavor delicious. Actually, I'm sort of the opposite, personally. I don't like strong flavors. I like a bit more of a mild flavor. A strong flavor... I really don't like strong flavors. That's like a defining aspect of my taste buds. Like, I really don't like spicy food. Like a real mild spice, like, yeah, that's fine. Like, even mild when you go to places that specifically make, like, food that is known for being spicy, like the mild versions, is usually pretty spicy to me. I don't know, maybe I just have sensitive taste buds or something, I don't know. Speaking of which, Amani's cooking seems to have been influenced by the restrained style of her mother's homeland. I can't deny that her solely flavored dishes sometimes feel a bit lacking impact to me. Typical young man that I am. That would be the reason I decided to request something spicy, which necessarily demands a heavier seasoning. It might be a somewhat risky request to make of some people, but in Amani's case, I'm sure she won't put out anything absurdly hot. It'll probably be reasonably spicy as a compliment to a rich overall flavor. I mean, now that I think about it, I've eaten Amani's cooking many times before, but I don't think she's ever served me anything that I just couldn't finish. Probably the fruit of her ma's vaunted training regimen. I see. A well-trained big dog, eh? Sounds about right.
あなた、さっきから何を一人でブツブツと言っているの？
Yeah, this is how I don't do the work I'm supposed to be doing. I just sit here thinking about and mumbling to myself. My apologies. Did you find it creepy? What a weird thing to ask.
独り言を言う癖は直した方がいいわよ。
Okay, duly noted. On a different note, can you cook, Sakaki?
何？急に。
Well, just my idle curiosity, I guess.
あなた、電子レンジって知ってる？
Yes. But of course, the microwave oven is a sacred treasure, dropped from heaven by a benevolent god to save the single males of this world.
そう、その通り。そしてその恩恵に預かるのは 独身男性のみにあらずってね。こう見えても私は電子レンジとおヤングの湯切りの腕はプロ級よ。
So you must have a really good diet. We were born in a good era, Sakagi.
ええ、本当に。こればかりは親に感謝するわ。
Let's see. I don't actually make much with microwaves myself. Let's see. Typically, when I cook stuff, it's either... when I cook stuff, even like the basic, like frozen foods, it's typically in an oven, not in the microwave oven. That is true. Even when I cooked my steak last night, you take an iron skillet, you sear it on the sides, you put it in the oven at 500 degrees for 5 minutes or so, and that's usually just enough to get it just at the right place. Get a little bit of spices, seasoning you particularly like, and maybe a little extra salt, and then put it in with all that, and it'll mix in with the steak, basically juice, all things considered. And then you just take that, cut it up, dip it in its own juice. Good stuff. Okay, here are the books.
ご苦労様。どんどん運び込んでちょうだい。
Right. Come to think of it, in this microwave age of ours, domestic cooks like Amane might be a fairly rare subcategory of the female population. And against the contrast of insipid frozen food and instant TV dinners, warm homemade meals grab the male heart all the more firmly. As a matter of fact, my belated decision to accept Amane's profession of love had a lot to do with that. Yes. So do you love her or do you love her food? Cooking is something I mostly handled by myself, for myself, and that's how it's been for a long time, even back when I was living with my master. Not to say that JB didn't pop in and whip up a meal every once in a while, but perhaps thanks to her crude, sloppy approach to cooking, I can't say the food ever really felt like a family meal. As for Amane, her evident experience in the kitchen is really striking. Her mother's lessons must have been strict and extensive indeed, and they must have started very young. Amane's approach to cooking is that of a self-assured housewife who spent many years putting food on the table every night. An interesting thought. More so the idea that maybe she's been cooking for people, not just like in a restaurant, I mean more like friends, family, that sort of thing for a long time. I still remember a little maxim Amane once shared with me. Every human being has to eat. If a woman can cook, she can marry anyone in the country and manage just fine for herself. Indeed, wise words at the time. I nodded in agreement. From that perspective, Amane's certainly a hell of a woman. You could hardly ask for more, in fact. Any way you look at it, the girl's definitely wasted on likes of me. Unlike Sakaki, she can cook. Unlike Michiru, she doesn't bark at random. She doesn't bark at random like a deranged chihuahua. Unlike Magana, she has a rich feminine body. And unlike Sachi, she doesn't bottle up her emotions inside. Did I hit the jackpot here?
また気味の悪い独り言。
Sorry, Sakagi. Mind if I just say one thing?
どうぞ。
Couldn't hurt to try learning how to cook.
そうね。でも私は料理をしないだけでできないわけじゃないわ。
Then maybe choose to sometimes. I'm not saying you need to learn how to cook, but for yourself, learning how to cook is fine. I've done the same in my own time. I don't cook a whole lot of elaborate things, mainly because I'm lazy as hell. But if I needed to cook something that I liked, then I probably could. I'm not horrible at following a recipe from online. I see. Now, more books.
ありがとう。次々と運んでちょうだい。
Very well. Unfortunately for you, Sakaki, my friend, I spent a long time among women who can't cook, and every one of them has said the same thing, JB being the representative example. I do understand that a female's charm isn't defined by her skill in the kitchen, but when you get right down to it, the number one thing men want from the woman in their life is warmth. Next on the conventional list would probably be nursing, followed by entertainment. In summary, men want hospitality from their partner, If a woman satisfied those needs, it can easily make up for the severe shortcomings in some other respect, even physical attractiveness. I guess my own thought on it. He's not wrong. I think he's definitely trying to break it down a bit too scientifically. It's not really scientific, but more scientific than you probably actually can quantify it in. Although Amane's pretty much a near-perfect score in that field as well. She's attentive to detail, skilled at cooking, and ridiculously sexy. Objectively speaking, pretty much a perfect choice for a relationship. Definitely worthy of a round of applause. But precisely because I think that way, it's hard to get my head around the idea that she'd fall in love with me, of all people. And they say women tend to look for promise in their young men, but I hardly think I have anything of the sort. Quite the opposite. Every day brings with it a chance that I'll be rotting in the grave before evening. I'm a worthless stray dog of a human being, a wolf that dressed itself up as a sheep in a pathetic desperation for warmth. There's practically nothing about me to attract a woman like Amane. There's no reason why people fall in love, or perhaps you could say the reasons are frequently impossible to express in words. I do understand that much, but still, I can't help but think, why me? I suppose it's possible that she noticed the stink of carrion on my breath and mistook it for a titillating aroma of a wild man. But that's no different from the fleeting, shallow delusion of a middle school girl who gets a crush on the class delinquent. In that case, there's a chance that Amane will part from me on her own time, and end up looking back on this relationship with embarrassment. But that's fine. In the end, whatever Amane sees in me is a mirage. And little girls have to face reality, eventually. Shut up. What's wrong? No longer have the energy to make fun of me talking to myself.
いいえ、独り言もここまで来れば詩的ねと少し感心していたところよ。
Think you'd buy a copy of my collected soliloquies?
著書を身内に買わせるぐらいなら作家は諦めた方が賢明よ。
Sakaki, you say clever things sometimes.
でしょ？いずれ榊由美子名言集として出版する予定だから、その時はあなたにも一冊送るわ。サイン付きで。
Interesting. Skip the personal dedication. Just make it harder to sell to the used bookstore.
くだらないことを言ってる暇があったらさっさと運ぶ。
Oh, yes, ma'am. Continuing my exceptionally self-centered and repetitive ruminations, I carry over the cardboard boxes one after another. And after finishing the physical labor, I stick around to help Sakaki shelve the books. It's a somewhat tedious work, but we pass the time exchanging opinions and stuff we've read recently. Before I know it's already past 9 p.m., and I forgot to go eat dinner. Obviously. 7, right? My bad.
ごめんなさい。こんな遅くまで付き合わせてしまって。
Okay, well, that's probably a good place to end this first episode. Back to the Fruit of Grisaia, I will. It is weird getting a bit back into it, because it definitely does have a distinctive style, especially to Yuuji's thoughts. He is definitely not someone I feel the same sort of connection to that I might with, say, Takeru from, like, Mobile Love or anything like that. So the plan at the moment is essentially that I'm going to be finishing this route and then getting back into Fate Stay Night with the last route in that. So, that's the idea, that's the plan. I don't know how long this is, but based on the previous routes, it might take a while to actually get through all this, so I'll see you all next time. Drive safely, everyone.